What's going on, lads? It's Billy the Kid here, and today I have another Battlefield 3 gameplay commentary. Now this gameplay is Operation Metro Rush Defense, so I hope you enjoy. So anyway, today's commentary is going to be what has me excited post E3. So as you're aware, E3 has pretty much finished up now. We saw quite a lot during this past week in terms of games. We saw many new titles on both Xbox One, the PS4, PC, either exclusives or in for all the platforms. So what I'm going to go over today is what has me excited, and I want to know in the comment section below what has you excited post E3. So the first thing we saw, myself and Scanner and everybody else who was watching the live stream, the first thing that really got us excited was Titanfall. We were waiting all for like Battlefield 4's multiplayer reveal, and so we were watching the Xbox presentation, and we were looking at all the games they were highlighting, and Titanfall actually got us excited. We were expecting, what, Xbox One has let us down really badly. It's going to take a lot for them to make us excited about anything about Xbox One. And so we saw Titanfall and we're like, this is actually pretty good. What is more exciting than walking around in a mech suit, crushing bones, pulling people limbs apart, grabbing guys out of their mech suits and tossing them around like rag dolls? This game actually looks pretty damn good. It actually looks a little bit like Crisis 3. It mimics the movements basically. If you've seen it, the guy starts, vaulting all over the place. He does parkour on the walls. It actually looks pretty thick and slick. So we were actually pretty excited for Titanfall. Now, I can probably guarantee you that I don't think a lot of my friends are actually going to pick up the Xbox One. We're going to pick this up for PC, including myself. I'll definitely pick this up for PC. It's going to be one to look out for. Trust me, folks. If you haven't seen Titanfall, for the love of God, go Google it now on YouTube. Go look it up and see for yourself. Anyway, next up is Killzone Shadowfall. Now, I've been a big Killzone fan right from the very first one. And so I was hoping to see more at E3, and we did see a little bit. I wish I could have seen much more. We had a little trailer of, some type of new map. It's single player. Whoever we're controlling as the character is going behind Hellgast lines. Behind the wall, basically in the storyline, there's a big wall that splits the Hellgast from the ISA. This soldier that we're controlling is going behind the wall for a special mission and all that kind of stuff. But the gameplay we actually saw, like I said, I wish I could see more, but the environment was just enough for me. It looks really slick. It looks really immersive. It looks really nice, and I always tell myself, looks can be deceiving, folks. Looks can be deceiving. It's all about gameplay. I was disappointed with Killzone 3. I wish, they could have done a lot better. Killzone 2 was good, but Killzone 1 for me was the best one. I know it's very strange, people say Killzone 1 was probably the worst one. Had the worst graphics, but the storyline was good for me. That's what really is it for me. A good storyline, great gameplay. Killzone 2 had a great storyline, but gameplay could have been better, while Killzone 3 was just, for me, abysmal. The storyline was really poor, and the gameplay for me was just as bad. So I really hope Killzone Shadowfall is going to be much better. And from the trailers, it looks good, but like I said, I'm going to wait to pick it up to make the judgment for myself. Next up for me has to be Tom Clancy's The Division. Now, there's not a lot known about this game, but the gameplay we saw looked really slick. I just got like a flashback of I Am Legend again. Not for the first time. The Last of Us, which I'm picking up today, by the way, also has an I Am Legend homage to it. But when I saw the gameplay of The Division, I just got, this looks so much like I Am Legend. What little of the storyline we have is basically this virus has broken out in New York and maybe America itself, and in basically 5 days the United States will fall apart and collapse. I don't know whether this game is free roam. It may be, but if it is, it'll make this game a lot better. What we saw of the combat, it looks really immersive. The character is taken cover behind all these cars. He's actually pushing the door closed on one of the cop cars. He just does it himself. and he's using his teammates, their tactics and their little gadgets. They have one of these little UAV robots spotting bad guys on the roof. Looks like you could shoot through certain material. Like I think that guy on the roof was behind some type of billboard, and your man was shot through the billboard and killed him. You can shoot through cars. It really looks nice. So the Division, definitely want to look out for. I'm not a Tom Clancy fan myself. The last Tom Clancy game I played was Rainbow Six, and that was way back in the late 1990s, early 2000s. So I have to say the Division looks nice, but like I said, I'm gonna wait for it to pick it up and see for myself. Next game up for me has to be dun 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 Metal Gear Solid 5. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Now, you know me, I'm a big Metal Gear Solid fan. There's no way I'm gonna go away without playing this game. This is a must-have for me, and it's a must-have for any Metal Gear Solid fan. Now, there was recent news that the lead, Snake voice actor, both Solid Snake and Big Boss, voice actor David Hayter, was essentially dropped. He was dropped, and he wasn't asked to provide the voice talent for Big Boss in the upcoming game Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Now, that's disappointed me straight away. David Hayter is Solid Snake. David Hayter is Big Boss. There is no other voice character that can give the same, effect, the same performance as David Hayter. There is nobody else. Now, instead, they hired Kiefer Sutherland, the famous actor, from the series 24 on TV. Now, quite frankly, they've done this as a, marketing thing. They want to make Metal Gear Solid 5 into the next big stealth genre type of game. Maybe get it into the limelight of movies and films and all that kind of stuff. There was talk of a Metal Gear Solid film, but apparently it just never went through. So this is their way of saying, hey, Metal Gear Solid is the big game that it's always been. And Kiefer Sutherland is going to be doing the voice acting. So Hollywood, listen up. You might want to make a movie out of this shit. So yes, I'm disappointed that David Hayter is no longer being Solid Snake's voice actor. I'm going to give Kiefer Sutherland a chance, because I did like 24, even though I only saw the first season. But I am going to give him a chance. I've seen the trailer they showed at E3, including the free roam gameplay, which I think is really, really nice. I can't wait for that. That's a really interesting new aspect for Metal Gear Solid. But I'm going to give Kiefer Sutherland a chance to give us his performance as Snake. I'm not going to cast my vote yet. That'll be wrong. And finally, I'm going to leave the best to the last, Battlefield 4. How can I not put in Battlefield 4? So we all know the story with Battlefield 4. We were all very, very excited for Battlefield 4. We saw a lot of multiplayer gameplay. There's a lot of new ideas that are going to return, like recons having the motion sensor, Pokeballs. Suppression has been tweaked. Now the support class gives out much more suppression than any other class, like it was designed to. I'm not saying that you're not going to get suppressed by an assault guy, but the support guy with his light machine gun is going to give off more suppression. I think that's the right thing to do. Customization, I'm not a big fan of Medal of Honor's customization. You could tweak everything. You could tweak what your magazines look like, what your stock looks like, what the gun looks like in general, and they've brought some of those aspects over to Battlefield 4. I'm not a big fan of that, but thank God they gave us the damn choice. So I can choose, I don't want any pink camo schemes for my guns in BF4. I don't want that. Just give me a weapon, and I want to go kill people. And one more thing I like is they've given, C4 for recons. They've brought back a lot of what worked for games like Battlefield 2 and Bad Company 2 into Battlefield 4. I like that. I like also the fact that, vehicles have limited ammo, that the commander is going to have to resupply his vehicles to keep the defense going or keep the attack going. I like that as well. I'm sure as the weeks and months go by, we're going to see a lot more information related to Battlefield 4 in terms of multiplayer and single player, as well as the spectator mode that everybody's been talking about. I think this is really, really slick, and it's really, really nice. We saw that you can go into third person mode, first person mode, free camera mode. This opens up a whole new wealth of ideas for those who are interested in making like little movies for Battlefield 4. This is going to be really interesting to see, folks. Anyway, lads, this is BillyTheKid. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What has you excited post E3? And once more, The Last of Us, I'm picking it up today, and I'm going to be doing a playthrough of it as well. So you can expect the very first episode of Let's Play The Last of Us on Monday, as well as the next episode of Let's Play Metal Gear Solid on Monday as well. Anyway, lads, this is BillyTheKid. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again.